Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video we are going to be going from 0 to 100. So yeah, I just felt like doing a little bit of bronzy glam this evening. I've put on a new tan and my face is really pale, so I feel like I just want to do a bit of makeup, you know. I got a lot of new products. I literally ordered them yesterday and they came about an hour ago, and I just want to have a little bit of a play. So that includes some beautiful NARS products. I've got the new Decay Party Favour palette, which is absolutely gorgeous, super sparkly, right up my street at the moment. Some MAC bits, and yeah, just fancied having a little play with them. So if you're interested in seeing how I go from 0 to 100, then make sure you keep on watching. But before you do, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz, and let's crack on. So I've got my Party Favour palette, absolutely beautiful. I do have the Decay Moon Dust palette, but they're not typically colours that I would wear on a day-to-day basis, so I thought I would treat myself to this Party Favour palette, which I believe is a Moon Dust palette. I don't know, anyway, they're glittery, so I'm going to call them Moon Dusts. So yeah, I'm just really loving the look of these. I think I'm going to go for Long Night and maybe a little bit of Spaced, but we'll see. So to start off with, I'm going to be using my Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Enigma. Is that what we're going to do? Yes. So, just going to whack that on all over. Good old-fashioned makeup tutorial today, slash testing out some products that I haven't tried before. I'm really excited to use the NARS products because I haven't really dabbled too much in NARS makeup. So the NARS products were recommendations for my professional makeup kit, but I thought I'd give them a quick go before I put them in there. And excuse the state of my hair, I will be sorting it at the end, but I just can't be bothered to do it right now. I feel like my hands, whenever I do a tan, just go so awful. I am testing out a new tan, and I did film my tanning routine, so either that has already been up or it will be up after this one. It's a tan by a company called Rose and Caramel, and they're the ones who have this tan removing bubble bath, and it just looks incredible. So when this starts to fade and go a little bit patchy, I will be doing the bubble bath section of the video as well, so maybe this video will be up before the tanning video. We'll see. We are primed and ready to go. So yeah, I think I want to do something a little bit more cool tone brown today. So I found this palette when I was rooting through the collection of products that I forgot I had. If you haven't seen my video of me doing a full face of makeup using products that I forgot about, then I will link it in the description box down below. But this was one of them. This is a Morphe, I actually have no idea, 25A palette? I don't know. It is this gorgeous neutral palette. I first bought this when I wasn't really into neutrals. When I was working for Decay, I really did like a bit of colour on my eyes. And I was like, neutral browns, not for me. So I just stuck it in a drawer, and I'm glad I found it because I'm so into neutrals now. So to start off, what should we do? I think I'm gonna go for this brown here. Like a very, very cool tone brown. And I'm just gonna stick that in my crease. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I think I'm just gonna do one eye on camera and see how we get on. So how have you guys been? What have you been up to? I love it when you guys comment below and we get to have a little chat. I have just come back from Dublin actually. I went with Jack, my sister and her partner, and we just had a marvellous time. It was so lovely just to have. It was not relaxing whatsoever. It was so nice to go to Ireland because I've never been before and I've always wanted to go, and it was amazing. If you're a big drinker, then you'll love it. It just reminded me so much of P.S. I Love You. And there's an Irish country singer in the bar. Literally every single bar that we went to, there was one, and I just loved it. So I'm just really pulling that shadow out towards my temple. I really do like that winged out effect on me. Now let's go in with a slightly darker colour. I think I'm going to go for this cool tone brown, so it's just the one down from the one that we used. I'm just going to deepen up this corner This is one of my favourite small blending brushes. It's the M514. And the one I used before is also another favourite. It's the Morphe R37. I really do love these brushes. But of course you know how much I love my Zoeva brushes as well. Just going back in with my previous brush just to help blend the edges. I don't want anything too crazy. We're going around Jack's dad's house tonight and we're playing games and stuff like that, so I don't want to go too crazy with the makeup. Usually I wouldn't wear any at all, but I thought because I've got a really dark body and a really pale face, I needed a little bit of something. And then these products came in the post and I was like, oh, just want to play. Okay, let's leave that there for now. I want to go into these sparkles. So with these moon dust shadows, it's best to use your finger. The oils in your finger really melt the product to make it really stick to the lid and give you a lot of that glitter. So I'm going to go in with Long Night, which looks like that. Oh, that's so pretty. And I'm just going to pop that in the outer corner, and then I might go for a lighter one on the inner corner. Wow, I love that. These are like more finely milled, so they give you more of a glimmer. Has anyone been watching Sex Education? I feel like all the good series are back on Netflix now. Obviously, You was on. Did everyone watch that? How crazy is that? Then Sex Education, and I'm getting Jack to watch Friends from the beginning now because he's never watched it all before. And I love Friends. I love Friends. In the front, I think I'm going to go for Neon Moon. It looks like that. Wow, that's bright. And just a touch of that. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, so we are watching a lot of Friends at the moment. Who else is a huge fan of Friends? We love those kind of like sitcom-y kind of programmes. We've watched How I Met Your Mother like 3 times all the way through. And now we're on to Friends, so I'm buzzing. Hello!
You alright?
Yeah, you? Okay, before Jack really interrupted, I dampened my little angle brush. This is an Urban Decay angled brow brush, and I dipped it in the black, and now I'm just lining my lashes super thin, and then I'm just going to make it slightly thicker in that outer corner just to lift my eyes a little bit, just so that it defines the eyes a little bit more and just gives the lashes something to sit on top of. Sometimes I feel if I put my liquid liner on, it makes my eyes look a little bit smaller, I don't know. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is hop off camera, put some lashes on. What am I going to go for? I'm probably going to go for my Lash Library London Lashes in Love Story. These are my favourite. I took them to Dublin with me, but that's how much I love them. They're so gorgeous. So yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, the lashes literally make this look. Doesn't it look good? I put a tiny weeny bit of black in the outer corner as well, just using that same M514, just to define my crease a little bit more, because when I put the lashes on I feel like the crease lost its depth. So yeah, just add a little bit of black mixed with that dark brown. But let's move swiftly on. So I am going to be doing the Scott Barnes contour technique today, and I bought the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard, which is going to be perfect now that I have a little bit of a tan. So I'm going to place that on with a flat foundation brush like this. This is a technique I learned in a lesson with a celebrity makeup artist recently, and yeah, I had to go out and get this concealer. So I'm just laying down this concealer, and when she used it, it didn't crease underneath the eyes, and I was really intrigued because it's quite a thick concealer, and she left it there for a long time while she was teaching me how to do the contouring technique. So yeah, I just wanted to try it for myself really. Just bringing it up the side of the nose, almost reverse contour the nose, and then on the chin. I am just going to go over these little blemishes as well. She spot concealed before foundation, which I thought was really interesting, so we're going to give that a go, because I've got these little buggers from drinking and eating so much crap in Dublin. And then just on the forehead as well. Of course, I've got all my skincare already on my skin, so my skin is nice and prepped. Highlight down the centre of the nose. That's very hard to do and talk at the same time. Now we're going to go in with my Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation in the shade F13. I don't know about you, but these sticks get so messy and it's really annoying. So I'm just going to take that same brush and just do my contour. So she did on the cheek, obviously. She blended it into the eyeshadow, a little bit on the forehead. This colour looks super crazy and dark, but I really like it for cream bronze slash contour. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's cut that jawline. Let's grab a much smaller brush. I'm going to grab a Morphe R39. It's quite a flat brush and I'm just going to do my nose contour. I'm rubbish at this, so let's give it a go. I'm fairly happy with my nose anyway, but just to give myself a bit of structure. And then she blended it into the eyebrow as well. Now I'm just going to start to blend it a little bit. We are obviously going to go in with foundation over the top, but this is just going to help the blending process. Okay, the panic is real. I feel like this is not going to blend out, but we're going to persevere and see how we get on. Another thing that she recommended for me was the powder sponge version of the Real Techniques sponge that we all know and love. It's a really funny material, but I really like it when she use it. So I'm going to use today the NARS Sheer Glow, which I have used once before and I absolutely fell in love with it, and that was one of her recommendations for my kit. So I'm going to use that today, and I'm only going to use the smallest amount, literally that much. I'm putting it on the palm of my hand because I'm still developing my tan. First of all, I'm going to use my stippling brush and I'm just going to use that to fill in the gaps, and then I'm going to blend with my sponge. And she told me to apply a lot of pressure because it really pushes the foundation into the skin and make it look really smooth. And I'm just going to grab some on my sponge and just lightly go over the top of that cream bronze, and it just completely blends it into the skin. And you want to change your pressure up when you're going over this contour. You don't want to go too hard, but when you're over fresh skin you want to press it in. And at this point we're not going over the concealer either, so literally just this little area here. And this is going to hurt your arm, so if it's not hurting your arm, you're not pressing hard enough. It's really strange, this thing. It feels like fabric. I like it. And I'm using the shade Barcelona, by the way, in the Sheer Glow. Because obviously I've got my tan developing. This tan is going much darker than I thought it would, and I'm so here for it. Just going to use the brush to bring it down my neck. Don't want any harshness when we've done our jaw contour. And when I'm going over this cream bronze, I've hardly got anything on my sponge. I'm sort of dragging down the foundation on my hand so that this area is the only area I'm picking it up from. So it really does take most of that foundation off the sponge. It's literally the smallest amount. I feel like I just look so bloody flawless. I haven't used a lot of product at all, but I still look absolutely full coverage to the max. So with the concealer, I'm just going to use a little brush like this, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. And at this point is where you can go a little bit closer to the lashes. You don't want too much coverage up there, especially because it is more of a full coverage matte finish. You don't want it to create unnecessary creasing, and also she didn't put much under there anyway because we're going to go in with eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with that Morphe R39 that we did the nose contour with. We're just going to tap over the top of it, and trust me, I am not an expert when it comes to nose contour. So this is a learning curve for you and I, and we can see if we get it right. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to press over the top with the leftover foundation. This is all about patience, this technique, for sure. It is not for those who are in a rush, let me tell you, because you will not be able to get there on time. And then just with a touch more of that concealer, I'm just taking off the excess because I don't want too much. I'm just ever so lightly going over the top of the sides just to make sure it's completely blended. I think that's okay. Does that look alright? Moving swiftly on, we're going to go in with cream blush now. So I'm going to go for the iconic London Power Pink cream blush. This is pretty pink, but because I've got a tan on, I can get away with it for sure. So I'm going to go for my Zoeva 127 brush, and I'm basically just going to take a little bit on my brush and work it into the brush. I'm just going to smile. And just place that on the cheeks, pressing it, not rubbing it or swiping it, and just subtly makes the face look a little bit fresher, and it just gives the glow as well. It's so pretty. I'm just going to pop that over the top of the nose as well. Now we're going to do a wee bit of baking, so I'm just going to blend out any creasing that might have formed and take the other side of my sponge. Just press that underneath the eyes. I'm going to put a little bit underneath my contour as well. This is what Jade did, so it's going to be what I do. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Illuminizer, which is the pressed powder with a bit of glow in it, and I'm just going to set everywhere else with that. I still want my glow, but we want it to look like skin as well. And then I'm just going to sweep away underneath the eyes. I don't know how much I think zhuzhing my hair is going to make it look any better, but it's definitely not working. Okay, now let's go in with just a touch of bronzer, which I'm going to use my Becca Chloe X Malika palette. And that's just going to set my bronzer in place. Don't need to do too much because, as you can see, it's still coming through that foundation. I'm just going to go down the sides of the nose as well. And I think I'm going to take this glow as well. I'm just popping that right on the apples of the cheeks and feathering just a tad backwards. I sort of just keep it in this area here. I don't really go up here anymore because I've got a lot of texture from old acne scars. Just above the brow. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my fluffy brush, the first brush I used on my eyes, and just blend that outwards into my temple. Love the way that looks. And just to add a little bit more blushy glow, I'm going to take my Milani Illuminoso. Cannot forget that nose highlight. And just put it in that little dip in there, and then at the very tip. Oh, love the way this looks. This is actually very full glam. Okay, for my waterline, I'm going to take MAC in Coffee, and then with a Zoeva 234, which is a super flat brush, I'm going to take the first shade that we went in with on the eyes, underneath, just making sure to link up to the top so it really follows that winged out shape. And then I'm going to take Long Night again, and I'm going to pop that underneath as well. And that just gives a little bit of glimmer to the under eyes as well. I love the way that looks. Lower lash mascara, and I like it super chunky underneath. For the brows, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Subversion Lash Primer. And then the other day I bought the Revolution Pro brow pomade in the shade Taupe, so I'm going to use that today. And obviously Taupe is a very, very cool tone, so it's perfect for the colour of my brows. And I'm just going to brow stroke direction, so at the front we're going upwards, as we get towards the tail we're going to go outwards. Just going to fill in where I am a little bit sparse, which is pretty much all over. Okay, perfect. Right, I'm going to do my lips off camera because I don't know what I'm going to choose, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. So this is the finished look. Say it with me now, I am obsessed with this look. I feel like I say that after every single makeup look I do. I'm so up myself. Anyway, so on my lips all I have is, what do I have? The NYX lip liner in Natural, and then the Morphe the Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Virgin. I really like this combo. I'm literally obsessed with my makeup right now. I'm so sad that it's like 5:30 and I have to take it off soon. But anyway guys, I have loved telling you guys about the new techniques and the new products that I've got. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel and I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you in the next one.